Hey, good morning everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. This is a project we did, Steve, what do you think, 5 years ago? I'd say 5 or 6 years ago.
Longer than that.
Okay. So we came back over to give this border a sealer as well as the front sidewalk. Viewers have been asking, hey, can you go back and film something that you did years ago? So I'll do that real quick here. It won't take much time, and I'll just tell you what we're doing. Oh boy, look at my truck. So Steve's getting our Butterfield ClearGuard Pro 350 ready with some xylene and traction grip. Okay, it's back. So we're just driving around this morning, picking up the pressure washer we left behind at a job. This is our new wood plank stamp we just picked up. We're going to use this later today at my son Tom's house. This is barn wood, Steve?
That sounds right.
So 16-inch wide patterns, real aggressive grain on that. Should look really nice. So we'll have that in a later video. We have our tinted sealer. We brown tinted. So we turn the buckets upside down, give them a good shake, and that gets all the solids off of the bottom. You want that thoroughly mixed through. So here we go. We did this, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. Steve's saying a little bit longer. Perfect example. Look at our corners, no cracks, plenty of control cuts. I'm looking to see if we clean this debris out. We're going to get leaf blown here in a minute, and we'll show this. I guarantee, and I don't make a lot of guarantees, there's a hairline crack in there, and that's exactly what we want. Everything stays together. We're rotted and wired together. So we're going to give these borders a treatment. Driveway was coated a couple years ago, and with the cost of sealers, we're just going to give this another year, and then we'll come back and coat everything. But we have these inlays that we're going to go ahead and just to spruce them up a little bit. Right there. This would look like so much concrete. And that's why we did this, just to break it up a little bit. And we did some 4 diamonds down here as well. Isn't that a nice look? And then we can get our control cuts off of each point for our crack control. So this is one we did years ago, and it's holding up very nicely. Just showing you all this. Real nice landscaping. We did a little connector walk or strip from the old steps to our driveway, just to change it up. Put the exposed there as well. How's this front walk look? Real nice landscaping, all finished, nice and inviting. We did our 6-inch border. We just did one of these projects the other day, brand new. So here it is years later, and you'll see that other video brand new. Coming up here.
Hey, good, how are you? Good. I'm on my dad.
So coming up here to the front entranceway. So here's the front entranceway. This is our rolled slate with a darkened border, broken stone step. Doesn't that look nice? So we'll get this all leaf blown off. We're gonna give it a xylene scrub and then a coat of sealer. So we'll go ahead and get that started, and I'll show you the after video of it. Okay, Steve has just given this a xylene scrub. Look how nice that looks. Back to brand new. Feeling sticky yet?
A little bit.
Once it starts to feel sticky with the broom, you're getting through the sealer. You want to scrub it and get all the way through the sealer so it rebonds to the concrete. It's a very fast process, but it needs some broom action. Ready for a spray?
Yeah. That's good.
Yep. What's going on with the sprayer? Tip.
Yep. Always.
Always the tip. I keep saying I'm going to put a little screen right in here. It's on my list of things I want to do. It's an invention of mine. This is going to patent it. So there it is, putting it out to almost 40,000 viewers. If you want to design a screen to fit in the end of that to catch debris, I'll buy them off you. Maybe buy me a coffee or something for the idea. I'd be happy with that.
I'll take a percentage.
Give Steve a cut.
Technically, you can give it a allowance.
Pay her college.
Yeah.
Letting that sit in there a minute. All right, I gotta give this a pump. Okay. Let it sit on there and activate a little bit, and then give it a scrub. That's what we're looking for. I'll get in front of you, leaf blowing again.
My shoes are not in the greatest of shape.
I see that.
You could leave.
Do you need $5? Maybe you could get a new pair of shoes?
No,
We could stop at Target on the way in.
I got some lifespan out of them still. I'm just asking, the xylene's gonna really kill that.
There's a thing called work boots that a lot of people wear in this line of work.
Listen, when you move as fast as I do, you need to cut weight.
Okay. So if your concrete is 5, 6, 7 years old and it doesn't look this good, maybe you just need a cleaning, scrubbing, and sealer. We got a little bit of dirt in the bottom of that step, but we'll see what happens there. Maybe we'll address that when we're doing the driveway, because right now we don't want to get a pressure washer going. We'll just kind of leave it there. It looks good, but to pressure wash it out of there should have been done before. I don't want to do that right now. Okay, this is our Luster Seal Brown.
Not to be that guy, but they changed the name.
What's it called?
Brown Tone C350.
Okay. It's not a paint, it's just a slight brown tint to it. If you roll it on, you definitely see brush marks in it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you just have to be very careful. I would rather spray it and mist it. And that's what you're looking for right there. Just a nice light, even coat along with our traction grip. I think that is very close to how it looked 5 or 6 years ago. I'll get some video of this and I'll jump in and help him. He's doing his best to keep it off the plants. That's nice.
I'll save the environment.
I think I would have just sprayed them, but
I'm spending enough time during the day destroying it. Think of Eleanor. Oh my gosh.
yep. Okay. All right. Let me stand back and get this. Setting it in the crack. Notice how it drips. Right in there, doesn't leave a puddle. Just about 24 inches away from the concrete, waving it back and forth. You don't want to see a pattern in your spraying. You don't want to see stripes back and forth. Just back and forth, up and down, circles. Really change it up. Starting up at the driveway.
Yeah.
Shielding the light. Okay, so I just have the shield. Just trying to protect the concrete as best I can. We don't want to get a bunch of drips on it or overspray on it.
Now in the middle.
Huh?
Wrap this corner in the middle. There you go.
And sorry about the camera angle, but I'll get a better view of it as we get going. That's what we want to see.
And I put the wand on the...
Good. To the next one. There we go. At least it's not dripping all over the driveway, right?
I'm drawing a portrait of you.
Is that what I look like?
That's too much
Is that
beard.
my belly?
No, that has to be me. That face had a beard on it.
Okay. Okay, Steve just hit this up here to the porch. Just again, a shield, even though it's brown border, why not throw a little shield in there? Got it. That's it. Okay, heading out to the Turner or apron. We'll catch that, and then that'll be ready for a light dusting of clear sealer. Okay, this is before we seal it. Looks okay. Not. It's just a little dull. Just needs a little sprucer upper. So I'll show you what it looks like after. Okay, there it is. All coated. Doesn't that look nice? Nice and bright. I like the contrast between the two. We got a couple drips there. They'll fade. I might take some xylene and wipe them down though. The cardboard was getting pretty saturated and I only had one. I should have brought two. Okay. What do you think? Good?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice. So there's our driveway after 6 years. We talked about it, 6 years. Guessing with the extra gator grip in it, the sprayer would not shut off. So we just blended that. It should be okay. This was a little bit slippery coming out the door. It's all in the shade, stays wet real long. Extra gator grip and we are good. Okay, that'll wrap up this little project. There it is, some finished landscape concrete that everybody has been asking for. Did this about half an hour ago. Everything's nice and dry. So that is how it'll look from here on out. We do this about every 3 years, and that's plus or minus depending on different conditions. How much sun it gets, how much abuse it gets from car traffic, but in the neighborhood of 3 years. And one last shot at this apron while Steve gets loaded up, and we are heading to Tom's house to pour his wood plank stamped patio. So real nice look there. I still have to address that, I forgot. Okay. So if that wraps this video up, as always, thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. That's how you treat your concrete and make it last a long, long time. Have a good day, everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
Hey guys.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Concrete with the Hosses. It is a gorgeous Saturday morning. I just brought the dump truck over. I am going to get started ripping out this driveway. And steps are going to wait and come out Monday along with that front porch. But today this driveway gets ripped out all the way down here. This is about 25 years old. So it held up okay, but you can see it's starting to come apart. So all of this gets dug out, hauled away. We're going to do a rolled slate area under the deck. We're going to put a little border around that just to highlight that edge. We're going to wrap those posts in expansion joint, and they are buried in the dirt and they've been there for years. We'll wrap them in joint and keep them the same way. Let's read the comments on that, huh? That's just how we do it around here. We were looking at this gutter they added. Now that dumps all the water right in that corner. So I'm just going to dig it out big, and we're going to run a pipe right to daylight. There's a creek down there, and you're talking a small roof. It's not a lot of water. It's not going to erode that hillside away. But it'll keep it off the drive, keep it from icing up in the wintertime. So let's go ahead and get the truck backed in here and make some noise on this nice early Saturday morning. It's too quiet around here. Not for long. So that'll make for a nice easy load. I'm going to start over here getting this asphalt peeled up, then I'll nibble into that. Okay, just getting everything pulled out. Looking pretty good. Might have to take this down just another inch or so to get some good base underneath our driveway with the proper pitch. You can see the asphalt's only about 1.5 to 2 inches thick at the thickest. It's coming out real easy. That's why we like concrete better than asphalt, right, everybody? Okay, let's go dump this. Steve's on his way with the other truck. He was pouring a sidewalk and set of steps this morning. And so we'll have 2 trucks running here shortly. We're only going to work till about noon. So we want to get this turnaround ripped out and ready for Monday, so we can get started here Monday morning. So just putting the tarp over. So hopefully the DOT leaves us alone and to be safer. So that'll keep the debris from flying out from the wind. Let's get on the road. Okay, so I just got back to the shop. We're increasing this parking area over here, backing in right beside Steve's pickup truck, right up to the edge. So I like how I'm there. Pull my tarp back. That all the way out of the way. All right. Open the gate, PTO, up. There goes Steve with the truck. We'll head back to the job site. Okay, it is about 12 o'clock Saturday. I started here right around 9:30. This is all dug down to about grade. I might have to go down just a little bit here, but I'm real good back in there. I have 2% coming out this way and a little bit diving here. So once we set this, coming down the drive, coming all here, this will be our low right in this area. We want everything coming this way. So I might have to take a little bit out of this middle. It's going to be very close, but I think we're good for today. Ready to go for Monday morning. Enjoy your weekend.